Temperature in the low 80s, a very slight wind, and the track as feels on the turn. They're off. That's D.I. Gucci on the far outside. Down along the inside, Incredible Brett came away well, getting off third as they race into the first turn. Saros Hanover with Raven Ability. They swing round the turn, go over to the quarter mile. The leader by 2 lengths to the quarter mile pole. D.I. Gucci driving from second now. Incredible Brett. That's Incredible Brett up on the outside to get the lead, moving up to B second. Raven Ability in third is D.I. Gucci racing fourth to the 3/8 pole. Comes Saros Hanover, a gap to fifth. Fine Smoke Commander out of sixth is Stylish Behavior racing in seventh. Along the end, Stylish Behavior is rough gated on the turn, goes wide. They move into the half mile. Incredible Brett stays there a half length, challenging second to the 3/4. Comes Raven Ability on the move in third to the corner on the outside of horses. That's Saros Hanover. It's Raven Ability ahead. Holding the inside second, though, is Incredible Brett racing up third as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. Saros Hanover, D.I. Gucci saves ground fourth. Racing in fifth to the corner was Strike Me Rich. They turn for home on the front end. Incredible Brett leads on the outside, racing in second as they turn into the lane. That's Raven Ability. They're in the stretch. Raven Ability on the outside. Incredible Brett is still there on the rail. It's Incredible Brett leading. Raven Ability racing second. It's Incredible Brett. They're off. That's Silent K for the early lead between horses. BR's Brett coming away on the outside into the turn. SS Lucky and around the turn. That's SS Lucky ahead down along the rail racing second to the quarter mile pole. Goes BR's Brett moving up third is Ann Society racing in fourth as they enter the stretch the first time. Silent K. They go down to the quarter on the outside. SS Handsome challenging and getting the lead. Racing in second to the 3/8 marker, BR's Brett. He's out once again and going, and now BR's Brett regains command. Racing in second to the half mile marker on the rail. SS Lucky in third as they go round the turn is Silent K. And Silent K pulls from third. Out of fourth is Ann Society. Everybody wants a piece of the action as they go by the half mile marker. 59 2/5. On the front end, staying out there a length. BR's Brett on the outside. Silent K racing second. SS Handsome is third. Racing in fourth after 5/8 of a mile is Ann Society. High Mahogany is fifth. Racing sixth. Ernest T. Bass. It's BR's Brett the leader. On the outside, going 3 wide is Ann Society. They turn for home on the front end. Keeping that lead is BR's Brett. On the outside, racing in second in the lane now comes Silent K. It's BR's Brett the leader. Silent K racing second, but BR's Brett is drawing off to lead by 5 lengths. It's BR's Brett easily. Ernest T. Bass second. They're off. What a Charvet out sharply for the early lead. Coming away second along the rail, Colonel Potter on the outside, moving up to be third. Egyptian Boomer, and taking the early lead by 2 lengths now is Prince Charvet, racing second. Colonel Potter tucking in third. Egyptian Boomer racing fourth as they go over to the quarter-mile pole. That's Chocolate Over. They go down to the quarter, and they pass the quarter mile in 28 2/5. On the front end, the leader by 2 open lengths is What a Charvet, racing in second by the stands. That's Colonel Potter in third position to the half-mile pole now on the rail. Comes Egyptian Boomer up on the outside, Cramden to be fourth. They move over to the half-mile pole on the front end. The leader by 2 lengths is What a Charvet, racing in second after a half mile. Colonel Potter racing in third. Egyptian Boomer on the outside, hanging fourth to the 3/4 is Cramden. They go to the 3/4 mile pole, the leader by 2.5 lengths. As they go to the 3/4, that's Prince Charvet racing in second to the 3/4 mile mark is Colonel Potter. They swing round the turn on the front end. The leader, What a Charvet, Colonel Potter is right there second. Racing in third position, Egyptian Boomer, forced to go 3 wide, was Oil and Air. It's What a Charvet, the leader. Racing in second is Colonel Potter on the outside. Oil and Air is closing ground. On the front end, it's What a Charvet leading, racing in second. Colonel Potter, but it's What a Charvet. Here are the other names for the Riding in the Car contest. Chris Carabestos. Chris Carabestos. They're off. That's Young Balfour for the early lead along the rail, coming away second. PJ's Authority in third. Nazumi Lord and racing fourth. Super Modified on and over is fifth. Racing sixth is Brunswick in seventh. Sandy's Finale, then it's Guts 2 and Rick Almahurst. Driving out of fourth there as they go over to the quarter-mile pole. Super Modified. Super Modified on the outside is up to get that lead. Holding the rail, though, Young Balfour. They go in for the half mile. Super Modified leads. Young Balfour is second, racing in third to the half mile pole. PJ's Authority. Nazumi Lord is fourth. It's Super Modified, a length and a half, racing in second. Young Balfour in third. PJ's Authority coming on fourth as they go to the half-mile pole there on the outside, on and over. Super Modified leads. Young Balfour moves up to challenge second. Racing in third to the corner on the outside of horses comes PJ's Authority, the leader. Super Modified. Young Balfour takes a duck second. Racing in third to the 3/4 mile pole, PJ's Authority. Nazumi Lord moves up fourth. They turn for home on the front end with a short lead now on the outside. That's PJ's Authority. Closing ground second is Brunswick. It's PJ's Authority. Brunswick closing on the outside second with Mizumi Lord third. PJ's Authority. Brunswick coming on and getting up. Folks, here are the first 7 names for the $50. Fails on the turn. They're off. Between horses for the early lead goes Head Chef down along the rail. Uncle Murph came away well, getting off 3 wide into the turn. Charisma Hanover in fourth as they go over to the quarter-mile pole. That's Riotous Living, and Uncle Murph pushing the early pace on top. The challenger second to the quarter-mile pole is Head Chef, the quarter 28 2/5. And now Charisma Hanover on the outside is up to get the lead. It's Charisma Hanover to the top, racing in second. Uncle Murph in third after 3/8 of a mile. Comes Head Chef on the outside fourth. That's DJ's Desperado. Into the half mile, the leader is Charisma Hanover. Uncle Murph is second. Racing third as they go to the back stretch. That's Head Chef. And Head Chef pulls from third. Doesn't want that hole there. Half mile, 58 4/5. The leader, Charisma Hanover. Head Chef moves up to be second. Racing in third is DJ's Desperado. Racing fourth on the rail. Uncle Murph on the outside. Fifth to the corner. Sky Colors coming on. Sixth is Royal Performer. They swing round the turn. Charisma Hanover leads. Racing in second is Uncle Murph on the outside. Third as they turn for home. DJ's Desperado with Sky Colors. They're in the lane. It's Charisma Hanover holding firm. Head Chef out there. Second, DJ's Desperado. Third, closing ground. Fourth is Royal Performer with Uncle Murph. That's DJ's Desperado. They're off. That's Denali's Charger from between horses coming away. Pig Whistling on the outside, moving up as they drive into the turn. With the rush comes Jet Class, and Jet Class takes the lead. But Denali's Charger moves up to be second, and now it's Denali's Charger showing on top. Jet Class is second. Pig Whistling is third. Racing in fourth, Brooklet's Roswell. They go off the quarter-mile pole. 28 1/5, Denali's Charger, the leader by 2. Jet Class is second. Pig Whistling racing third. In fourth position, Brooklet's Roswell on the move. Fifth to the half-mile juncture goes the Armada. Also on the move now is Brooklet's Roswell coming on sixth. Heiser Amos with Special Agent, and back in the hole was Brooklet's Roswell as they go off the half mile. They go off the half, 57 2/5. Into the 3/4 mile mark they go. The leader of length is Denali's Charger. Racing in second position on the backside, Jet Class. Pig Whistling will have a go third. Brooklet's Roswell saving ground fourth. Racing in fifth as they go to the 3/4 mile pole. That's the Armada. They go by the 3/4 mile mark in 1:27. Denali's Charger leads by 5 lengths. Racing in second in the lane now on the rail comes Jet Class on the outside. Closing ground is Heiser Amos. It's Denali's Charger, the leader. Racing in second is Heiser Amos, a driving finish. Well, folks, here are the 7 last names for the 5th. They're off. That's Beach Towel along the inside up, winging between horses into the turn is Global Assault with the Bookmaker. And now Bookmaker gets the lead. Global Assault is second, Beach Towel third. Nuclear Canyon comes on fourth, ranging up to be fifth. As they go to the quarter is French Embassy. They swing round the turn. The leader is Bookmaker. Racing in second as they go by the 1/4 mile pole. That's Global Assault. Racing in third position to the 3 Nuclear Canyon. On the outside, Beach Towel moves up fourth, followed in fifth by King Gypsy. Racing in sixth, French Embassy. On the outside, Cam Luck is seventh. Open up and say ah, racing eighth. In ninth to the 1/2 mile pole. That's Manifest Destiny. Racing in 10th, Colored Storm. The trailer is Abs Comet, the 1/2 in 57 seconds. They go to the 3/4. Bookmaker leads on the outside. Beach Towel, the challenger, second. Racing in third, Global Assault, moving up to be fourth to the upper turn now. King Gypsy along the rail, fifth, and Nuclear Weapon into the 3/4, holding firm. The Bookmaker a length. On the outside, Beach Towel is second, racing along the rail third. That's Global Assault. King Gypsy is fourth. They're in the stretch now. It's Beach Towel on the outside, Bookmaker on the inside. King Gypsy is third. That's Beach Towel getting the lead and drawing off. Racing in second, King Gypsy. That's the Beach Towel leading, moving up. Cam Luck second. It's Beach Towel in front. Two 8-3, 7-9-1, 11-5-6, 10-4. The mile 152-4. 2 winners in the Super Trifecta. Each pays $6,618.20. They're off. Out in the middle of the track for the early lead goes Kelly Tuck Gregg, coming away second on the rail, Raven Ruler, with Dream a Trick third. Racing in fourth as they swing round the turn, Rare Storm with the Pachiero fifth. They go down to the 1/4 mile pole. The leader, Kelly Tuck Gregg, by 2. Racing in second position, that's Raven Ruler. Dream a Trick is third. Racing in fourth by the 1/4 mile pole, Rare Storm, the quarter, 28 4/5. They move over for the 3 The leader is Kelly Tuck Gregg by 2 lengths. Racing in second by the stands the first time comes Raven Ruler. Out and going third there is Dream a Trick. They go to the 1/2 mile mark on the front end. The leader a 1.5 lengths is Kelly Tuck Gregg. Dream a Trick moves up second. Racing in third as they go to the 3/4 on the rail. That's Raven Ruler on the outside, moving up sharply fourth. Ahoy Captain in fifth position. Sassy Little Bit They go to the corner on the front end. Kelly Tuck Gregg leads. On the outside, the challenger. Second to the 3/4 is Dream a Trick. They go off the 3/4 mile pole now in 1:26 2/5. They turn for home on the front end. Kelly Tuck Gregg holding firm by 4 lengths. On the outside, closing ground, second now is Ahoy Captain. It's Kelly Tuck Gregg, the leader. Ahoy Captain is closing on the outside, but it's Kelly Tuck Gregg. They're off. Along the inside, 8:23 for the early lead. Star Blue Chip came away second, getting off third as they look for position. Call 911, and Star Blue Chip on the outside is up to get that early lead. Racing in second to the 1/4 mile pole. Goes 8:23 in third position now. That's call 911. It's Star Blue Chip, the leader, a length. 8:23 is right back after him second. They went the first quarter, 28 2/5, and now up to get the lead is 8:23. Racing in second is Star Blue Chip. 911 is third. In fourth position, Famous Skipper, Mysterious Fellas, fifth. Racing in sixth round, the turn is Termination. In seventh to the half-mile juncture, Tangency, Bad Crash, and Joseph Cloherty. They go over to the 3/4. The leader, 8:23 on the outside. Mysterious Fella racing second. In third, Star Blue Chip racing fourth is Termination. Call 911 is fifth. Racing in sixth to the upper turn. That's Tangency. It's 8:23 leading. On the outside, Mysterious Fella second. Racing in third, Star Blue Chip racing on the outside. Termination is fourth with Call 911 fifth. 8:23 shows the way. Star Blue Chip along the rail is second. Racing in third position in the lane. That's Mysterious Fella. It's 8:23 leading. On the outside, Mysterious Fella's closing ground, a driving finish. They're off. Along the inside for the lead is Whoopee Cloud coming away in the middle of the track. Sammy Blue Chip getting off third. Ralph Underwood up on the outside to be fourth as they swing round, off stride there around the turn. Was Sammy Blue Chip. Forced to go wide was Bond Street. They go down to the 1/4 mile pole on the front end. The leader by a length and a half as they go to the 1/4 mile mark. That's Whoopee Cloud racing in second position by the stands and now getting the lead after a 3/8 of a mile. Sammy Blue Chip up on the outside to be third. Goes Ralph Underwood. Sammy Blue Chip on the outside, holding the rail though to the half is Whoopee Cloud. Ralph Underwood tucks back in third. Racing in fourth round the turn. Goes Silent Wisteria, the half in 58 2/5. They go to the 3/4 mile pole on the front end. The leader of length is Whoopee Cloud. Up on the outside, 3 deep with the rushes, Bond Street. Ralph Underwood racing third, moving into contention fourth. as they go to the 3/4 mile mark now on the outside of horses. Comes It's Bruce. They swing round the turn on the front end. Bond Street shows the way by 5 lengths. Racing in second as they turn for home, Whoopee Cloud. They're coming from everywhere. It's Bond Street, the leader by 4 lengths. He's under urging. Racing in second through the lane on the rail, Ralph Underwood. Closing ground on the outside third. That's He'll Be Flashy, Bond Street in front. They're off. Along the inside, Fyro Bobo is out fast for the early lead. Coming away second as they look for position and taking the lead is Jazzy Man. That's Jazzy Man, the leader. Fyro Bobo racing second. In third as they go to the 1/4 mile juncture on the rail now. Love Wellwood, Wave Shock is fourth, and Fyro Bobo's up to get the lead. The 1/4, 28 3/5. They go to the 3/8 marker on the front end. Fyro Bobo, the leader, up on the outside now to be second. With a rush comes Wave Shock. In third position, Jazzy Man moving up to be fourth to the half-mile juncture. Sir Wolf. Love Wellwood is fifth, coming on to be sixth. The Egyptian Bomber. They move by the half-mile pole. 58 3/5. The leader is Fyro Bobo, a length and a half, racing second to the 3/4. Wave Shock in third position. Jazzy Man going 3 wide there to the 3/4. Goes Sir Wolf on the outside, fifth to the corner. That's Egyptian Bomber. They move into the turn on the front end. The leader by a length and a half is Fyro Bobo, racing in second position round the turn. On the rail is Jazzy Man. They turn for home on the front end. Fyro Bobo, the leader, racing in second position through the lane is Jazzy Man on the outside. Closing ground third through the stretch. Comes Wolfie's Boy. It's Fyro Bobo, the leader. Jazzy Man is second. It's Fyro Bobo.